fact that I'm laying right here, right now in my bed is so surreal to me. You know why? Because I survived a kidnap attempt with my friends in Cartagena, Colombia.
These three ladies were almost kidnapped, robbed, beaten in a foreign country. They went for vacation to go and chill, have some fun, of course, and it ended in disaster. This lady shared her story time. Go ahead and roll the clip for you all to watch, then we'll come back and talk about it.
The fact that I'm laying right here, right now in my bed is so surreal to me. You know why? Because I survived a kidnap attempt with my friends in Cartagena, Colombia. Excuse my lashes, y'all. I keep crying. Like, this is something that is so traumatizing to me. And I just decided to share my story because I know so many people who travel and you never would think that it would be you. This is going to be a simplified version. I already told the full story on my Instagram, but I just wanted to share it on TikTok as well. So this should just be a shorter version. So me and my friends met up with a mutual friend that just so happened to be in Colombia. We decided to do a party bus tour. Once the party bus was over, they did leave with their private driver because they had a meal to go eat with their private chef. And we was just like, okay, well, we're going to go grab some food because the food at our resort was nasty. So we end up going to Casa Palenque. Now, this is not like a random area. Tourists go here all the time. When I tell y'all, it's kind of like, I want to say like a Bourbon Street. I don't know if y'all ever been to New Orleans, but it's basically like a strip. Like, it's a lot of people out there. There's vendors. Like, it was a public place. So we ate. I had me a little hookah. My phone did get stolen, so I'm going to include as much pictures as I can, but I really don't have anything to show y'all. So once it was time to go, there's taxis, like, all over the place, like, you know, to take you home. If you go to Cartagena, Colombia, do not trust the yellow taxis whatsoever. The first taxi we went to was trying to charge us $50, and we was like, no, we don't want the $50. After that, we went with the second taxi, and it's crazy because he charged us $50 too, but we was just like, at that point, it was like, okay, honestly, if we keep trying, they're all going to charge us $50. We just wanted to get home. Our hotel was about 30 minutes from where we were at in the city. So we was just like, okay, forget it. We're going to go ahead and take it. So we told him where we were going, and he said, okay, he never put in his GPS. We just took that as this is his city. I know my way around my city without a GPS, so that's why we didn't think anything of it. Come back for part 2. Okay, here's part 2 on surviving my kidnap attempt in Cartagena, Colombia. So people told us that the Ubers was illegal. That is the only reason we were taking taxi. How we knew that Ubers weren't illegal, we would not have took a taxi. We just thought that it made sense to take, you know, what was legal. We weren't trying to get in trouble in a foreign country. So I'm not going to go into deep details as far as the red flags. I'm just going to give y'all all the red flags that we seen, which led up to the event. And then I'm going to tell y'all the event. First red flag, he did not use the GPS. We assumed that he knew where he was going because this was his city. We told him where we needed to go, but we did put in our GPS the hotel resort so that we could track it. We did that anytime we got in a car with anybody because that, I don't know, that's just how I am. Even if I take an Uber back home here where I'm from. Number 2, he kept looking back at me. My friend sat in the passenger side. I sat behind her, and my other friend sat in the seat behind him. He kept looking back the whole ride. I didn't know. I'm not going to lie. Colombians, they were flirtatious, very flirtatious. So I didn't know what he was on, but I didn't say anything to him. He did not talk the entire time. Let's start there. He didn't say a word. He kept taking wrong turns. My friend had to tell him, like, hey, no, you're supposed to keep straight because he kept trying to take a left. Oh, no, make a right. Like, our time went up from 23 minutes. We were 23 minutes away from our hotel. It went up to, like, 25. And then it started going down from there. My friend who was in the front seat, of course, she could see more what's going on in the front. She said that when he was supposed to make a U-turn, which you would have to be in the left-hand lane, he tried to get in the right, and she told him, like, hey, no, you need to get in the left lane. Another thing, anytime you go to foreign countries, when you're in a car with them, they drive hella fast. Like, they have bad road rage. This man was driving slow. It took, like, a 23-minute ride. It took us about 35 minutes to get there. So now, to the attempt. We literally were 5 minutes away from our hotel, y'all. This man drove us 30 minutes. We were 5 minutes away from our hotel. Out of nowhere. Mind y'all, this was a stick shift car. I did mention when we first got in the car, I was like, y'all, I wish I knew how to drive a stick shift. Not knowing that we would actually have to attempt to try to drive a stick shift. He changed the gear and immediately grabbed behind him, reached my phone and reached my friend's phone in the passenger seat. My other friend who was who was sitting behind him, she was sleeping. So I'm assuming that's why he didn't try to grab her phone as well. Regardless, he has two hands, so, you know, even if he did try, it wouldn't have worked. Immediately after, instincts kicked in. I attacked him, she attacked him. Here's part 3, story time of me and my friends surviving a kidnap attempt in Cartagena, Colombia. So in the process of me attacking him, I'm screaming to my other friend. I'm like, wake up, he's trying to kidnap us. So she starts attacking him too. So it's 3 of us attacking him from different directions. I feel like he did not expect this to happen at all. Like, he did not expect us to put up a fight like that, y'all. We were going in on him. So at this point, he's trapped in the corner, the driver's side of the car. So he jumps out the car. So at this point, since he can't have all 3 of us, he's at least trying to take one of us. So he comes to the back side of the car. He tries to drag my friend out the car. I told them, I said, y'all, we need to stay together. We're either all going to be in this car or we're all going to get out this car. So he keeps trying to drag her out the car. I'm pulling her back in. He tries that for a good 5 minutes. He couldn't get her out. After that, he comes to my side. Y'all, I got the most damage. Like, he kept hitting me the most. I don't know if it's because I was attacking him the most or what, but y'all, he kicked me in my chest. Y'all, he had steel toe boots on. He kicked me and my friend in the chest, actually, but he kicked me in my chest. He dragged me out the car with my wig. My friend pulling me in. She pulled me in, so that pulled him back in. When he got in, he's like hitting me. He's hitting me in my chest, y'all. So at this point, I'm just literally trying anything just to get out of this situation. Y'all, I bit him. Not only did I grab his balls, I twisted them. And I just kept twisting and twisting and twisting. And eventually, he just backed up off of me. So then he tried my last friend. She must have went in on him so bad, y'all. Her nails, her raw meat is showing. I have the picture of that, so I'm going to put that in here. Her raw meat is showing on her nails. Like, y'all. So eventually, he gave up on that and he went back to the front. But once all these attacks did not work, y'all, eventually he tried to get back in the car. My friend is in the front. Oh, when he tried to attack me, my friend's in the front trying to drive the car. We're trying to, you know, get out at least out of the situation. And once he realized that that worked, he got back in the car. And we were trying to lock the car. We don't know how to work a foreign car. And I feel so helpless in this situation. And y'all, we are on a pitch black road. No street lights. Nothing. So he was trying to like drive again. We started attacking him again. You're not going nowhere with us, sir. So eventually he got back and he drugged me out the car. Y'all, ripped my whole wig off of me. My knee is scraped up. So then my friends hopped out the car. We all hopped out the car. So all of our phones are in the car at this point. We're in a pitch black road. So my friend is like still trying to get our phones. And she was like hanging on the door as he was driving. He kept trying to brake check. She was trying to get our phones so bad because we did not know where we were going to go. Like, we're in the middle of nowhere in a foreign country. We were terrified after he just took our phones, attacked us. So once that did not work, he ended up driving off. I don't want to make this part too long, so come back to part 4. I'm trying to make that the last part. Part 4 of how me and my friends survived a kidnap attempt in Cartagena, Colombia. So immediately, y'all, I'm a mom. My instincts just automatically click in. I'm like, y'all, I understand y'all want y'all phones, but we have to go. He may have somebody waiting to come get us. You don't know who he has with him, accomplices or what. So I'm like, y'all, we got to run. So we just started running, y'all. We just kept running. All of a sudden, somebody on a motorcycle came. I was like, y'all, no, don't talk to him. Like, we just kept going. And I realized it was a security guard. He was trying to help us. Right to that point, y'all, we have no shoes. We have no phones. My wig is off my head. Like, we just have nothing. We realized it was like a security station. They helped us. At first, we were not trusting of them. We did not want to. It was a language barrier, so we could not communicate with them. They were trying to communicate with us through Google Translate. I didn't know if they were in on it, so I did not want to communicate with them. But eventually, we realized I just was praying the entire time. Honestly, when we were running the entire time, I was praying. I was like, God, just thank you, Lord. God, just give me discernment, Lord. Give us guidance. Like, I was just like, God, just please let us make it back home to our families. Like, we were all on the same court that if we made it back to that hotel, we were leaving on the first flight out back to Houston. So yeah, eventually, the security people, they got in contact with our hotel and they were able to send a car to come get us. When the car came, it was untagged, y'all. I was not playing with them. He was like, no, y'all, come on, let's get in the car, whatever. And I was like, no, if y'all security guards are not getting in this car with us, we're not going. We will walk back to this hotel, because we knew how to get there. It was just a dark, pitch black road, like nothing but trees, woods, like like, we're scared. The security guard was like, yeah, we'll come. He tried to get in the front. I said, no, you're getting in this back seat, mister. Y'all, we made him ride in between us. I made my friend get in the front seat. We had our windows down in the back seat in case we needed to jump out that car, but we made it back to the hotel safe, y'all, immediately. We just like broke down. We were hugging each other. Like, we could not sleep. This is just like such a traumatizing experience. Everybody keep telling us, like, we need to contact the police, the embassy, and everything. Everybody just, it was a lot. The police came. They eventually went to go check the scene out, and one of my friends, her phone was left inside the car because he did not take her phone. She was sleeping. So we had her updated location. Even still to right now, we can see her updated location because her phone isn't dead. Y'all, they went there. They showed us a random man. They said it was 3 taxis in that apartment complex. They showed us a random man driver. It wasn't him, but they never showed us 2 other drivers. So honestly, I feel like the police was in on it. They tried to actually get us to leave with the police. They said we have to go with him to go with them to identify the man, and we refused. I told them we're not going anywhere. Like, if I go anywhere, it's going to be me leaving here to go to the airport to go home. And I'm so glad I didn't, because they could have been in on it. Like, they didn't show us the guy. Y'all showed us one person, but y'all said it was 3 taxis there. Weird.
This is so scary, especially for us women. The thing is, you never can tell what is going to happen to you in the next minute. There were 3 ladies, and this guy had the audacity to still attack them and try his best. Definitely, this is something they do. And most of the time, when you're in a different country, you're just on for a vacation and all of that, people tend to ask you questions and engage you to ask you, are you traveling alone? Do you stay alone? Where do you stay? They ask with a smiling face, trying to get you to converse with them. But most of the time, these people are just trying to get to know you so that they can do whatever they want to do with you. And the thing is, because you're in a foreign country, you might not be able to understand their language most of the time, and also their culture, especially if you're traveling alone, right? It's always very scary and difficult traveling, being in a different country and experiencing different things. Yes, it's very interesting, but it has other sides, because one mind you're entering a Uber or you're entering taxi and you're scared and you're worried. I just hope I'm safe. I just hope they're not gonna kidnap me. I just hope I'm not gonna get unalived or get robbed, right? And you now traveling alone. Imagine, I'm just very glad that she was not alone. She was there with her friends. And still this still happened. Imagine she was just one girl that was there. Is gonna get away with what it wants to do. And God knows what it's going to do. Maybe it's going to own her life after the whole thing. The thing is, it was playing along, even the fact that it was passing wrong direction, until 5 minutes to the hotel. And one thing I learned about it is, when you're in a foreign country, not even a foreign country, when you're going somewhere, especially somewhere that you're not familiar with, you're not the one driving, and you're not safe, or your instinct is telling you one or two, always on your GPS. And that is why it's always advisable, when you're going to a new country, get their SIM. Do not say, oh, I'm going to roam. What if you're roaming and your roaming just got stuck on the way? Get their SIM, get their connection, have your own data, especially if you're traveling alone. Even if you're traveling with your friends, always on your location, always share your location to people that are not in the country, your family back home or your friends back home. Always share your location to people for safety reason, not because they should stalk you or something, for just the safety reason, especially when you're on the move. Anything could have happened. I'm so glad they got away with it, but I cannot imagine kind of trauma that they'll be going through. In fact, I don't even think they want to visit another country that they are not familiar with. And the thing is that people are actually blaming them for going to that country. They were saying, why would you go there for chill, to go and have fun? next thing we'll hear that I'm going for vacation at Iran, that country is not safe or that place is not safe and all of that. I don't think anywhere is safe. Okay, even the safest country, you still have to be very careful, especially if you're a stranger and you are visiting for just a short period of time. The thing is that they can tell that you're a stranger. They know that you're not familiar with the situation or the environment. They can tell by your skin tone. They can tell by the way you talk. They can tell by what you wear. They can tell by the money, the currency you're spending. They can tell by how you dress and all of that. They can tell that you're a stranger in that country. I feel like to get really safe, most of the time is number one, always book an hotel, a very safe hotel, high-end hotel that is very safe, and make sure that once you're going to a different place, especially when you're going for nights outing, always make sure that it is the hotel that provide you a taxi or a ride to take you to and fro. It's going to be very expensive, but that is the hotel, especially if the hotel, that the hotel is not like this, because there's some hotel that they are also going to have partnership with all these people, just like she said, the police officers. There was something hidden. And the thing is, yes, sometimes in my country here, if some police officer stops you on the road, if you're driving at a particular time of the night, it's advisable for you to speed off, because if you wait, you cannot tell if they're kidnappers, you can't tell if they're armed robbers, you can't tell if they're police officer. They are wearing the uniform does not mean they are one. Okay, anybody can hire the uniform, anybody can have the uniform and wear it at that time of the night. And the thing is, even the real police officer can get paid, can get bribe and get paid just to harm you because of the money they want to get in return. So I just feel like one of the safest place for we ladies is, once you lodge in an hotel, it's better for you to lodge in a hotel instead of Airbnb, especially in a new country. If you're lodging in Airbnb, make sure that probably people around that can tell you that particular place is safe, because being in an environment in a residential area with indigenous that you don't know anything, don't know their language, it's always very difficult and scary, right? Because they can be saying something and planning something for you, and you don't even know, because you don't know what they're talking about. I'm speaking from experience, because I go to countries that I don't even know their language. I have to carry Google Translator to be able to communicate properly. It's not everybody that speaks English. Even the English that some of them speak, we don't understand each other very well. Okay. And most of the time, they might be saying something and you don't even know. Somebody might be trying to help you or trying to harm you. You can't even tell, right? And there's some of the taxis or some of the Uber drivers, some of them are very nice, and they're going to tell you, be careful, don't pass this place at a certain time because you're a black woman. See, there's another thing traveling alone. There's another thing traveling as a black woman. I learned that when I went to, I think, Lebanon and one other country like that. Because you're a black woman, I remember the last time I went to Lebanon. There's a particular place that we lodged, and they tell you as a black woman you can't walk there at night. Do you know why? Because that is where people, street workers, stays, and they will just pick you up as one of them. Even if you're not dressed like that, you cannot walk on your feet there. Wherever you're passing there at a particular time, make sure you're in a car and you're driving. So you get people that will tell you things that is going on in the area, even if you know that you're not that kind of person, or you can never find yourself in that situation. But it's always advisable to ask around your environment and, you know, be careful. My own is that no matter how careful somebody wants to be, anything that wants to happen is going to happen, because people are moving mad these days. What is your take on this video? Let's have conversation in the comment section respectfully. I'm glad you're safe. I'm glad they escaped. Even though they might have lost their phone, I'm just glad they're safe. I'm glad nobody got unalived. Yes, they got hurt, but they didn't get unalived. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video.